Welcome to Lockdown Golf, day number 7. Looks like it's going to be a better day in Dunedin. The last couple of days have been a little bit crappy to say the least. It's been drizzly, windy and not that warm. So looking forward to a slightly nicer day and perhaps get the kids outside later on this afternoon. So today what we're going to do is we're going to work on the next assessment, which is called torso rotation. So what we had last assessment was the pelvic rotation, where we set up in golf posture and we tried to get our pelvis to turn left and right without moving our upper body. We now want to reverse that. So we want to try and keep our pelvis still and rotate our upper body. So the same thing applies. We get into golf posture, and this time instead of turning your pelvis, you're going to try and turn your shoulders one way and then the other, trying to keep your hips still. So in my case, if you look at my belt buckle, I'm trying to keep my belt buckle facing forwards and then trying to rotate my upper body without letting my belt buckle move. All right. Now again, some of you may find you try to do that and your hips go with you. Okay. Now we want to try and separate those two if that's the case. There's also a way of adding stability to this assessment. Obviously before we were able to hold on to a club to keep our upper body still, but in this case we're trying to move our upper body. So the way to stabilize your hips is get somebody standing either behind you or beside you and just get them to put their hands on your hips while you then try and turn. Now if you find you can get more mobility when someone holds your pelvis, again it means you've most likely got a stability issue rather than a mobility issue. However, if you find your mobility is the same with or without somebody holding your pelvis still, then you've got a mobility issue. So the first exercise today is going to be looking at those with mobility issues, as it's again the most common thing we see. This one's called an open book, and to do this again we need to hit the ground. So with this exercise we're looking at lying on our side with our knees bent up. Now our bottom hand here is going to go on the outside of that top knee. This is holding that knee down and stopping it from coming up when we try and turn our upper body. From here we want to have either the arm in by the rib cage here, or if you want to you can have the arm up above here. If you have the arm here and then you try and rotate, make sure the movement though is happening at your torso, not just at your shoulder joint, otherwise you may well get some good pain in through the front part of your shoulder. So best to start with your arm across your rib cage, and what you're looking at trying to do here is you're trying to turn your upper body back towards the ground to try and get your shoulders back on the ground, which hardly any of you will actually ever achieve. It's a very hard stretch, and try and hold it there. Now again, you can go a hold for 30 or 40 seconds, or you could just go on and off like I'm doing now. Make sure this bottom hand here stabilizes those legs and stops them from coming over as well. Okay, so a simple open book exercise to start. And what we'll do tomorrow is we'll add another couple of stretches and then again look at some stability exercises to gain some more strength and through the core for that thoracic, or what we call torso rotation. Hope you enjoy that one. Okay, this is getting into the nitty-gritty of a golf swing now, because we start to look at this part which looks fairly like a golf swing to me. So it's really important to be able to get the separation between your shoulders and your hips. Enjoy that one. Hope the day does stay a little bit brighter, and we'll catch you again tomorrow. See you later. Cheers.